Hey, good morning. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Tuesday, the 19th of May 2020. It's currently 6:13 a.m. local here in Vietnam. This is a look at my 12-hour high probability charts. The new candle was at 4 a.m., so 2 hours and 13 minutes ago. It has taken me a long time. As you'll see, there was a lot of work. I had to update all the spreadsheets and also prepare all the charts before doing this video. So it's taken a while, but lucky the markets haven't moved too much. So all good. So let's go to the charts and have a look. Trading view. This is my 12 hour. This is my watch list on the right. Anything highlighted in orange is what I'm going to talk about in this video. Anything in blue, I've got current trades on. There's no highlight, no trade. So we'll start with the AusCAD. Now there's a lot happening, so just bear with me. I might have to go through this pretty quick. As I always say, you can pause the video or slow it down and read my notes. So we'll just quickly run through it. S1, S2, sequence 1, sequence 2. You'll see it written on here, sequence 1, so you can follow all my trades. Sometimes there'll be multiple trades on the same candle. Like for example, on this one, there's a new buy signal this morning and there's 2 trades taken on it. So there's a third hedge buy taken on sequence 1 and there's a new sequence 2 commenced with a new buy trade. Yeah, it's very range bound, this pair. You can read my notes. Now, quick overview. Red trend lines, bearish divergence. Green trend lines, bullish divergence. Blue trend lines, just levels that are interesting me, and as you can see, it's all very tight on the AusCAD at the moment, going sideways. Got 3 moving averages, the 50, 100, and 240. They just give me an idea of trend. As you can see, this thing's just stuck at a range. Now, this is indicated down here as the MACD Platinum. So it's basically a zero lag MACD that oscillates around the 0 level. I'm looking to buy when it's below the 0 level, which is this dotted grey line. I'm looking to sell when it's above the 0 level. So I've taken these 2 buy trades this morning. My overall break even on sequence 1 is not applicable as it's hedged. So there would have been a sell, hedge buy, second sell, second hedge buy, third sell, third hedge buy. Sequence 2 is a brand new buy trade, and that gives me an overall break even at 92801, which is, I think, just, you can see this yellow mark up here, it's just above the chart there. And I'll just bring it out of it. There it is there. So that's up, sitting up there. I'm not really too concerned about the overall break even because what I'm trying to do is make some money on the sequence 2, then try and wait for this to roll over. So hopefully this will, MACD Platinum will go up, make some money on sequence 2, then roll over and come down. Then I'll clear sequence 1 and possibly start a second sequence 2 or possibly a sequence 3. I know it's a little bit confusing. I've done plenty of videos, so I can go through some of the old ones. A little bit messy charts like this too. Right, moving right along. I've taken 3.5 minutes just to talk about that one. Aus-Swiss, new buy trade taken this morning. This was actually, there's notes there, is a second buy on hidden bullish divergence. So what happened here was I took a buy in here initially, and I got this sell signal, which generally would have been a hedge, but because it is in profit, that buy signal, I ignored the hedge sell and took the buy. I closed the buy. So now there's a new buy signal this morning. I've taken that, and it's all based on this original hidden bearish divergence there. So new buy signal, Aus-Swiss, Aus-New Zealand. Let's read my notes here. Right, I'm in a buy here. All I've done this morning is move my stop up to a new level. You can read my notes. Stop moved up to whatever it is. And the reason it's moved up is there's a new red dot on the MACD Platinum above the 0 level. And therefore I'm starting to look for sells. Again, I've already started to draw the trend lines in. Nothing's been confirmed yet because I haven't got a new red dot on the QMP filter. You can see prices going higher. The oscillator or the MACD Platinum's going lower. So possible bearish divergence setting up there. But just a stop moved up, locking in some profit. Aussie USD. Notice there's a lot of buys today. A lot of buys. Sell to buy. All right. Sequence 2 was this one here. I'm already in sequence 1. Buys. Obviously, buys are designated by the blue lines. Sells are the red lines. If you see a green line like this, it's a big number. In this case, it's 60 cent level. Yellow lines, dashed lines are break-even levels. If you see a red dotted line, like you can just see in here, that's a stop. So I've taken a buy here. It's got a stop in place, already closed. This thing's stuck in a range. Also, as you can see, now there's a new buy signal here this morning. This was a high-risk trade, this sequence too. I was relying on this double top to drive this down. It's obviously gone up against me, but now I've taken a buy, and surprisingly, my overall break-even is actually below the current price. So this thing still keeps going up. I'm in profit. It's like that yellow line. Price stays above that. On all 3 trades, I'm overall profitable. So it's not too bad. So that second buy is put me in a good position there. Hopefully it'll pop up. It'll break. Hopefully now it'll break this trend line up here and break these high and go up. Who knows? And looking at the MACD Platinum, I'm expecting it to go up also. Remember I said below the 0 level, I'm looking to buy. That's the Aussie USD, CAD Swiss. What did I do here? 2 trades. All right, sequence 1 is this one. The sell, took a hedge buy on there, and on the same candle I took a start a new sequence. Sequence 2 buy. It's not a great setup. It's a high risk trade. We're sort of against the trend, and the MACD Platinum is very close to 0 level. But I'm trying to maybe this support level down here is a good sort of level. And there's my overall break even for all 3 trades. So even though there's only 2 lines on the chart, there's a sell and there's 2 buys on this candle here. So there's 3 trades, overall break even there. So if price shoots up, great. Price rolls over and goes to the downside, and then I'll work on sequence 1 and sequence 2. So there's options there. Let's have a look. CAD Yen. Just a hedge buy. I was in a sell here. Wasn't a spectacular setup. It was with the trend. The trend's down. Took the sell. It's got against me. Taken a buy this morning. So I'm hedged, locking in a loss between these 2 lines at the moment. Euro Swiss franc. My old mate. Big move. I'll just move this line out of the way. Big candle. About time too. Took me out of my sell here. I was in a sell, already closed a little bit of profit. Stuck on this, couldn't break this level here. There's talk about stuff happening. So this sell stopped out. So I can delete all these red lines. So the remaining sell was stopped out for a whopping 18 cents profit. And that's been added to the tally there. And now I'm just in this buy. So I've taken a buy based on this good support level here. Slightly a high risk trade. Well, it is a high risk trade because the MACD Platinum's already through the 0 level. But I'm liking this support level. And apparently it's been talked about for a few days now, and it's actually come off. Bang, there we go. So I'm in a new buy. And stopped out the sell. Euro Yen. Second page of my notes here. Busy day, like I said. Right. On sequence 2, I've taken a hedge buy. So I'm already in sequence 1's a buy. It's got a stop and place down here. Then I started sequence 2 with a sell. And then I've taken a buy. Now, overall break-evens up here. Don't worry about that too much. It may push up there. Because ideally I'm looking to take a second sell. That's the plan, and then cash in on this original buy. But if it keeps on going up, say it goes to the moon, it's through that, then I'm in profit. If it rolls over, I'll get an opportunity to move my stop up, maybe take a second sell trade and look for profit to the downside. So at this stage is just a hedge buy on sequence 2 there. Euro USD in a buy trade back here where it goes to me initially. Now the MACD Platinum's popped through the zero level. Time for me to take some action. Close half my trade, put a stop in place just above the entry level. And that gave me $10.04 profit. So, and that's been added to the total there. So just taking some action when the MACD Platinum going through the zero level. Pound yen. All right. Sell sequence one. I'm going to sell because it's a new green dot on the MACD Platinum below the zero level. I've brought my stop down to within the entry of sequence one. That's a sell. You can read it up there. So stop moved down, locking in a little bit of profit and just protecting. I can't lose on that second half of that position. Then on sequence two, which is a buy sell. Now we've got a new buy signal here. High risk trade. If it's a standalone trade, there is regular bullish divergence there. You can see lower lows on price, higher lows on the MACD Platinum. So I've taken a second buy trade there. It gives me two overall break-even levels, one for all trades and one for just sequence two. So that's why there's two yellow lines there. So overall break-evens, the bottom one, 131,142. So the price hasn't got far to go to get me the overall break-even. Ideally, I'd like to see, because the MACD Platinum's below the zero level, I want to see this push up, price push up through, take out that stop and keep on going up. That'd be the ideal scenario. Pound USD, I've taken a buy here. It's a high risk trade into the trend. There's no supporting divergence as such. You could probably make an argument, a possible double bottom on the MACD Platinum. You know, you could call it a regular bullish divergence. It is a high risk trade, but the good thing is I'm going to sell from back here. So I'm in a partial sell, which gives me some protection on this buy trade. Overall break even for both trades is this yellow line, and because it's net positive 0.01, as long as price stays above that yellow line, I'm in profit on both trades. So ideally I want to see this go up and up and up, maybe take that stop out and keep on going, and we'll just be in profit. So that's the pound USD new buy. And here's my dog's breakfast, as I like to call it, my ugly trade. New Zealand Swiss, I've been in a lot of trades for a long time. Here's sequence one, so all the notes are over here. So sequence one, let's start with that. I've taken a new buy trade here, so that's my ninth buy trade. For real. It's never ending, this one. And there was a sell trade on this red line. That was the original sequence two. I'd already closed half. I've closed the remainder this morning. That gave me a profit of $3.63, which has been added to the total. And I've now taken a new buy signal. So there's a new sequence two, new buy signal this morning, and ninth buy on that same candle. There's a good support level here. MACD Platinum's below the zero level. My overall break-evens are up here, one for sequence one and one for overall, so they're pretty close to each other. It's really not that far away. I've got a bit of swap to make up for. If price breaks through these things, you'd only have to go about into this range up here somewhere, and I'll clear all that swap. And so ideally push up through there. A lot of the New Zealand pairs are sort of reverse direction, same with the Aussie pairs, but especially New Zealand pairs. What happened last night? What can happen in 24 hours of trading, I tell you. My daily charts are copping it, absolutely copping it. Right, New Zealand, USD. Again, we've got the support level stuck in this range, these blue lines. We've got a new buy. What do I do here? Sequence two, buy. I'm already in a sell trade, sequence one, which looks like it's going to get stopped out very shortly. And I probably should have closed half of another 0.01 of that sell trade. Not that many pips on the table there though, so I'm actually fully hedged on these two trades at the moment. So for example, if this buy trade rolled over and just fell away for whatever reason, then I can't lose anything because I'm fully hedged completely on this. There's 0.02 on the sell and 0.02 on the buy. But more than likely it's going to pop up, take that stop out in the sell, hit that blue line, then roll over. Oh well. And that green line there is a 60-cent level on the New Zealand USD. All right, and finally, USD Singapore dollar, my only sell of all these trades. A sell, it's a high risk trade, but there is hidden bearish divergence there. When I say high risk trade, we're trading into the MAs. The general trend's up, but you can see structure on the market. It's not breaking these highs. So you can probably think that trends possibly change. MACD platinum's above the zero level. Red dot on the QMP filter up here. Hidden bearish divergence. Take the sell and see how we go. So that's it, guys, for the 12-hour chart. It's a lot happening this morning. It took me a long time to get through all that. Lucky there wasn't too much action on the daily charts. So I sort of zipped through them pretty quick early. So if you do like the videos, please hit the subscribe button. If nothing else, hit the like button. And like, as usual, all these trades are recorded on a shared spreadsheet. And that spreadsheet's available via a link in the description of this video. So anyone's more than welcome to check that out. And that's me. I need another coffee. I'm frazzled. All right, thanks for watching. I'll chat later. Cheers.